Welcome back to my YouTube channel. This video here shows how delusional some women can be and the audacity of women, especially those that have children and move on to find somebody else. Let's get to it.
So y'all, please help me understand this. My lights got turned off. So I called my baby's father and asked him if he could get my lights turned on for me. He said no, because I have a husband and that's his responsibility. How is that his responsibility to pay my lights to get turned back on after they get turned off?
You're married. You have a husband. A whole nother man that you live with in a house separate from your ex, who is no longer committed to you other than through the child. And even that's till the age of 18 or 22, depending on, graduating high school and college. How does she figure that just because she has a child with somebody else, that she can demand extra money from him? He's paying what he's supposed to pay through the court for child support, in whatever state it is, and she's asking him to pay additional money for her house lights to be turned back on, and she has a whole husband. So one thing, that husband is sorry. He's a sorry individual if he can't afford to have his own lights on in his own house. And two, her as a woman, thinks she can go to the man and request all this extra money when he has no obligation to that. He's obligated to the child and to the child only, for support of the child, not because that you suck as an individual human being as well as the man that you're with.
That you have kids that stay here. You don't care about your kids. I understand that I have a husband. Granted, don't beat me up over it.
If it was that big of an issue, give him the child. Give him the child. If you knew not having lights on, electricity in your house because you failed to get a job that pays enough, same as your husband, failed to have jobs that pay enough to support your household, separate from your ex, who is no longer has any obligation towards you, go and get a better job. Find some other type of way to, support yourself, because that man doesn't owe you anything anymore. He just has to be there for the child. Medical, dental, and clothing. That's pretty much it.
But we fell on hard times.
It's not his fault.
So as my baby's father, I feel like you're supposed to pick up the slack.
No, he doesn't.
You rather for
He doesn't pick up nothing. Like, your house is individual. He's paying what support of the child for the kid only. You have a whole husband. I had an ex who tried to do the same bullshit to me when I was stationed in Korea back in the day. Korea is like, I think it's like between 13 or 14-hour difference, if I remember. It's a long time ago. And she ends up calling my unit, trying to get me in trouble because she's the one who wrecked her vehicle, and she has to get, she didn't have insurance, first and foremost. This is back when I lived in El Paso before I left to go to Korea. While I was in Korea, she's still back in El Paso with our kid. She wants to call my unit and try to say that I'm not paying my responsibilities when we clearly have on my LES that child support is coming out in care of the child, good to go. No issues. She can't pay her insurance. She couldn't pay to have a rental car because she didn't have insurance. And she's trying to get me to pay for it. And it was like, no. We had to contact Jag. Jag's like, he doesn't owe anything. Texas laws for child support is crazy. Luckily, I had everything backed up. All my stuff comes out of my LES. That's basically a check stub for civilians, but for the military. And everything's backed up. Paid court order, showed them. I got copies of everything. I didn't owe her nothing. She was just trying to get money because she sucks as a human being. She couldn't pay for her own stuff. So they tried to take it out of me. My kid could walk to school. Like the kid, I think they lived like 2 blocks away. And he was of age, so he could walk to school anyway. So she was just trying to get money. This is like same thing what this woman's doing. Similar situation.
Or your kids be in the dark, then to help your baby mother get her lights turned back on. What if I didn't have a husband?
Still not your problem.
Help me then?
Nope.
This man is crazy.
Yeah, okay. I would help you by giving my kid. My kid can come stay with me until you get your life together. I've done it before, with my ex. This is a sorry individual. Unlike whatever man who hooked up with her First and foremost, he should have seen all these red flags before he got with her. And the guy that she's with now, most likely a simp because he can't pay for nothing. He can't afford to keep his house in order. So she's, seeking out, additional resources from other people around. No, get a better job. Tell your husband get a better job.
Sir,
Ma'am.
me get my lights turned on.
No.
Don't worry about my husband. He's doing what he's supposed to do.
Obviously he's not. Obviously he's not. If you can't afford to have your lights turned on, can't afford to have the car paid for, can't afford to have food in the house, you're not doing your job as a man of that household. Old boy, is living separate. He's doing his thing. He's making money, paying for his kid. That's all the court cares for. On paper, and in reality, if he's giving gifts aside from, what he has to pay, his obligations as a parent, he's doing everything he has to. If you can't afford to have your lights on, whatever bills, whatever, utilities in the house, give your kid away. Give it back to the father. The father obviously has a better opportunity, better resources that he can raise them. That man has no obligation to paying for your food, your house, your lights, especially if you're married and moved on.
As my baby daddy, you should be helping me.
No, he shouldn't.
So y'all, please help me understand.
No,
this.
he shouldn't.
My lights got turned off.
He should not be helping her. No, that's like even if she goes to jail, whatever the situation is, he ain't have to bail her out. Whatever her bills are that she incurs outside of their old relationship, that's on her. Whatever goes for care of the child, clothing, food, or additional food, gifts, and that's where the child support comes from. If you want to do the bare minimum, hey, they taking money out of my check every month. I don't have to do nothing. But like me, you pay additional, because I remember my ex, she was selling the stuff that I was giving him, aside from the child support. So that's another situation that you have to deal with. But when I was up, I got an additional bank account, had to put in his name, what's it called, the gift cards and all that other stuff in his name. So she couldn't do nothing with it. So that's what this guy is going to have to do for her, because she's trying to get over on the system, making him pay because she has a weak man in her present, her current situation. But let me know you guys' thoughts, comments down below. Like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell, a thumbs up, hook your boy up. I'm trying to get to 300 subscribers by the end of March. I'm trying to do this whole YouTube thing now, enjoy my retirement. So, I'll hit you guys up in the next video. Peace.